Okay. We're recording. Hi, how you doing, Maria?
Good, Joe. How are you?
Good. It's great to see you. Are you in your car right now?
I am. I was debating whether to sit in here or just go outside, but it's a little windy out there, so.
Yeah. Well, the car is probably a safe bet. But it is a really nice day out there. It's funny how right now I feel like usually I'm bored to talk about the weather, but these days it seems like the weather has such a huge effect on the day, when we're all kind of excited and inside. And so, but wait, are you I don't like divulge too much into, but you're working in your place of work, right? Like
So I work at Lancaster Harley Davidson, and that's my full-time job. And then, I've been doing art for a long time. So I do, I'll do different things for the places I work, but I've been here for a year now. So made like a poster for an event, and that went off as like a raffle prize, and do try to use my skills there too. So it's really fun.
Nice. So you're one of the 10 PSA temporary mural artists, and I'm excited to be talking to you about your work as an artist and also about your experience with the project. So just to give everybody a little glimpse, we're on Zoom, so I got to reorient myself. Okay, there. There's a little shot of your mural. Maria's mural is over at Sixth Ward Park, and a little close up. So tell me a little bit about, just to get started, a little bit about how you got started making artwork in general. I guess like we're all artists as kids, right? But like at what point was it where you started to realize this is something I want to take more seriously? This is something that is probably going to be part of my life forever.
Definitely. So I really love one of Picasso's quotes about every child is an artist, and the problem is that they grow up. I really do believe everyone is creative. I don't think it's just art either, but art was always encouraged in my family. I have I have a family of artists pretty much. My dad he is a folk artist. And is really into woodworking. And then my mom was like painting when I was, like in her womb, like that kind of thing, So, and it was just always encouraged in my family from a very young age. My mom would ask me to make things for family that were sick or, in hospitals and things like that. So definitely always was encouraged in it, and then really didn't think that I wanted to pursue it till actually a year into college. I thought, okay, I miss making art and I want to do that. So I did go to Millersville and I have a bachelor's in studio art.
Okay, awesome. And so you have made murals before. This was not your first mural project, correct?
Right. So
tell me a little bit about your other murals that you've made.
Definitely. I just really admired the mural arts in Philly and really enjoyed what they do. So I read a lot of books about them, went to some of their talks, and just like talk to people all the time about, the things that I like to do. And so, just kind of word of mouth, people heard that I like doing that and, asked me to do some commissions. And so that's been really fun. Definitely.
Is there anything around Lancaster that people can find that you've done other than the PSA?
For sure. They can find a daffodil in the city. I guess I can say where it is. Yeah.
It's on Art Moore's house, right?
Yeah, it's on Chestnut Street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Former mayor, Lancaster. Art Mural.
That's right.
And only. Sorry. I just shout out to Art Boys. Go on.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Or was that that one specifically?
Yeah, that's the only one that you'll be able to see in the city.
Mm-hmm. And so, what was different or similar about this project? What, as far as approaching it as a mural? I mean, that we were given not too much time to work,
Mm-hmm.
which I think I'd imagine would be challenging, although you guys all seem to handle it really well. Yeah, what was this? How was this a little bit different?
For sure. I think just the general excitement and enthusiasm that was in the air about the project, and really wanting to encourage the community. And I think especially that, helping people be encouraged. It's extremely, we are very connected in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of people that aren't. So, to have that opportunity to communicate through art, I think really drove me, at least, to be able to make that work without really a lot of complications, and the time wasn't really a big concern to me because of that, I think.
Yeah. It was great to see all of you just so like on it and excited about the project and excited about helping community through your artwork. Your piece is, you mentioned, we're talking about the content of your piece, noble longing. And I'm going to show the mural again. Can you tell me a little bit about what you mean by noble longing?
Definitely. So that really is just it's kind of inspired from movies, actually. I think I told you that in the very beginning. So, like West Side Story kind of thing. And that's kind of where the figure was inspired, what the figure is inspired by. And then, sort of like Romeo and Juliet type of idea. Just longing for something that, you can't have. And I just wanted to remind people about that's not a bad thing, to desire for something that you can't yet, that the timing isn't right, or, that it would be worse to have that thing or be with those people, because, obviously we don't want to make anyone vulnerable. So,
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea that I wanted to remind everyone about.
I loved your take on it, because I thought that your message, you came up with that on your own. I mean, we gave everybody kind of like categories of things they could choose from, and some suggestions of actual phrases, but you all of you artists were invited to kind of come up with your own within those general categories. And I thought this was a really original take, and really I think they were like, that meaning that you described of that longing, and how that's not the worst thing in the world. And then I love that it kind of also inspires you to stay strong. And so even though it might be hard to stay away from somebody, if you really love them, if you really care about them, you're going to put their health before your own desires or anything. So it's like a sort of talking about what love is in this time right now, which is super cool. And as somebody who, I'm at home with my family and children, and so I do think so much about what it must be like to not be able to be with your loved one, and how hard that is. So thank you for giving us this message and giving us this artwork, choosing that direction. So you guys all received a modest stipend for your work. And we really, Lancaster Public Art, it's at the forefront of our minds always to advocate for artists to get paid for their work. All too often they are not. And so what did it mean, how important was it to you as an artist to get this commission, getting paid, even though maybe it wasn't something that was going to make or break your bank account? What was the significance for you?
Definitely. I mean, certainly you have been so great at the promotion and just really spreading the word that, that is really meaningful to artists. Obviously the compensation is important, but almost the message and getting the awareness around is even more important for us. There's so many things that we do as artists that we don't show people, maybe for more intimate commissions like family or, private things. And, we don't always display those things, or maybe the person doesn't want to. So this was really significant for the sake of sharing. And Lancaster Public Art has just been so great at that, really. That is so valuable. I can't really describe how valuable it is to me, and I'm just so appreciative of it.
Thank you. Speaking of, I didn't even tell you this yet, but yesterday there was an article. There's a journalist in Fayetteville, North Carolina, that contacted me because he's writing a story about, or including our murals in a story they're writing, and he was asking for your information because he was going to use your mural. So I'll have to give you the link to that when I get it, so that you can see it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
That is so exciting. Yeah.
So tell me, all right, just to kind of close things. Sorry, my daughter just shook the whole desk. What are you up to now? You're busy with working, working your 9 to 5, and are you able to fit in artwork? And what are you working on now? What do you hope to do?
Definitely. So a lot of figuring it out. I've really admired, artists that definitely are highlighting this time and really taking the time to honor, first responders and things like that. So, I've been thinking a lot about that. I am busy with commissions, so just kind of working with those right now. There is a mural project in the works. So, things like that. For other artists who might be interested in knowing this, I use a platform called Thumbtack. And
what is it?
Thumbtack?
Like you push into a wall, like Thumbtack?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I never heard of that. Tell me about it.
So people can get hired on there for different things, animation, illustration, murals, or just like regular kind of can-do jobs. I don't know how to describe that. Like regular house painting, or kind of like anything housey. So it's pretty, just a good platform to kind of get some smaller work maybe. And then, so I've been using that. It's kind of like a lead generation platform.
Okay.
So they'll look for you, and you can have reviews and things like that.
And is that how you've gotten your commissions, or do you get those? What's been the best way for you to find commissions?
Really, commissions, I've just been doing word of mouth. Friends talk to other friends, places I've worked. So that's really how I do that. And then I think probably the most helpful thing, and the thing that I would recommend to other artists, is definitely projects like this one. To get involved, to kind of slow down with commissions and like really focus on, okay, like, what's important to me, what kind of messages do I want to send out, and kind of focus on those things. It's nice to get the immediate, things that you might need, as far as, meeting your needs as an artist. But really, if you want to have a message, I think getting involved in these kinds of projects like Lancaster Public Art, Call for Artists, those kinds of things I think are really important.
Awesome. Okay, so, and where can people what's the best way for people to find your work, or if they want to commission you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
For sure. I have a personal website. There's a link on my Instagram there. In there, you can take a look at all of my portfolio work that I've done for other businesses, and yeah, my work on there. So there's murals. There's a lot of different things that I've done on there.
And your Instagram account.
Yep, and Instagram.
Okay. All right, awesome. Maria, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk with me. It's been really fun, and I'm glad we were able to connect on one platform or another. It still works. So
definitely. Thank you so much, Joe. This project was so meaningful to me. So yeah. Very, very thankful.
My pleasure. It's been fun to work with you and get to know you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you too.
Bye.
Bye.